Murray police rebuff talk about plans to partner with ICE on immigration issues. Murray Police Department isn't planning to partner with ICE on immigration here, with more law enforcement fighting illegal immigration. Possibility of a cooperative accord in Murray. Turns out the Murray Police Department isn't in partnership. The department issued a statement saying we have not partnered with any federal agency for the enforcement of immigration law. We do not intend to create a pact with these agencies that are committed to providing police services and all within. The interesting thing is, wouldn't it be fair to uphold the law that is written? Maybe if you're here illegally, you're deported. Thinking. Uh, Also, when Utah and Governor Cox come out and they say we're not a sanctuary state, well, maybe not the state fully, but sure sounds like this city is. And here's the deal: Utah is a sanctuary state. We allow individuals to come here, give them driving privilege cards. We lowered the 4 days so that we could skirt the federal law that triggers those who are here illegally to recognize by the federal government to be, hey, you got a DUI, robbery, or theft? Maybe we should deport those people 364 days in prison. Maybe you should have left it 360. Also, Utah changed the verification process for businesses. You had 15. You had to verify that they were a citizen of the United States allowed to work. And Utah decided to change it to 150. Utah also gives legal immigrants with children who are here illegally also get state-funded health care. Utah required citizenship requirement to become a peace officer. So let's just clarify: a non-citizen of this United States in Utah arrest a citizen of the United States. Utah also allows in-state tuition waiver, the fee for out-of-state tuition waived for illegal immigrants. So Utah is a sanctuary state. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Now, there are still some good people that are fighting back, that are actually uphold the law and trying to. I think with the passing, death, and murder, assassination of Charlie Kirk, many in Utah are waking up. They're specifically waking up to double speak Governor Cox. This man, illegitimate governor, voting. Maybe I'll get into it one of these days, but not now. This man likes to say what he thinks you want to. Way that sounds very politically nice. He also likes to reference church people because he referenced talking about. But then in the back, he's doing. And I think one of the greatest cities, they are empowered not embrace immigration law. Acts with the federal government. Now, specifically, what he's referring to, let's get into that. Wasatch County becomes the Sheriff's Office to ICE agreement. What is this ICE agreement? There is a section 2 G code that allows local remove country. And we'll explain. So the August 4th agreement of Wasatch County agreement reflects a long-standing relationship with ICE that has ebbed and flowed over the years, according to immigrant priorities. Current administration, great to work with. President Donald Trump supporting immigrants without legal status a focus of his term, including through an executive order his first day in office that encouraged local law enforcement agencies, ICE, known as two. This agreement authorized local sheriff deputies to permitted immigration law functions, according to an ICE. This is cool. It effectively there are 9 counties that have agreed to work through this 287, which we'll get into. There's 3 different ways you can kind of work with ICE, and they've agreed to work with ICE and get these individuals out of here. So, what is 2E? Wasatch County Sheriff's Office is part of the Warrant Service Officer Program. Jail who are in the U.S. without legal permission, but who were arrested for status. So, you get arrested because you commit a crime, jail, and we find out, and we let ICE know. Once a migrant's non-immigration charges have been resolved in local courts, deputies execute an ICE arrest warrant for them directly into immigration proceedings. According to deputies can also serve warrants of removal, meaning a migrant will be handed over to ICE to be deported. And if ICE asks, local deputies can report someone arrested because of the immigration status to an ICE detention facility. There are an estimated 110,000 immigrants without legal status living in Utah, according to a 2024 report. Kane County Sheriff Tracy Glover is the president of the Utah Sheriff's Association. He explained the surge in 280 statewide by saying sheriffs wanted to work more closely with ICE. The goal of the sheriffs just to achieve with law enforcement in general, public safety in general. So, to the extent we can be partners with ICE, I think that on. So, some of the others that have agreed: Tooele, Utah, Washington County, they've all adopted more aggressive task force model. So, to be fair, Wasatch, thanks for at least signing part of it, but like it says, there's more to it. Let's go to the U.S. Immigration and Customs. Sorry, I'm kind of cold or something. So 287 program. So there are, well, first let's look at this map. So green is active agreement. I wish that this was rated, the rating gradient to the states on how much, because again, Utah's 9 out of our county have a form of an agreement, not all. It looks like there's no yellows. Restricted. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 4 states that don't have active or pending agreements. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states that restricted by state law. These states say we will not work with ICE, and you cannot work with through government. So everyone has every state has at least one formal agreement. Now, again, this is why I wish there was a gradient so we could know which states have the most. But here we go. Program models. ICE enforcement and removal operation operate 3 models. The jail enforcement model is designed to identify and process removable aliens with criminal or pending criminal charges who are arrested by state or local law enforcement. There's the task force model, which serves as a force multiplier for law enforcement agencies, force limited immigration authority with ICE oversight, the routine policy duty. And there's warrant service officer programs, allows ICE to train, certify, and authorize state and local law enforcement officers to execute warrants on aliens in their agency jail. So I'd like to see all 3 of them going in all counties in Utah. Again, Utah is pretending not to be a sanctuary state, but we are a sanctuary state. At the very least, we definitely have sanctuary cities, Murray. And it's not that I have a problem with immigration. I don't. I like immigrants who come here legally, who follow the process. I very greatly respect individuals who are on a work visa and they left like they were supposed to. Visa overstayers are doing it on purpose. And I'm sorry, but if you came illegally, Utah believes in honoring and sustaining the law of the land. What is the law of the land? Well, if you're here illegally, you need to be deported. That is the law. So, to anyone who keeps trying to tell me that our church teaches that illegal immigrants should be allowed to be here, no, it does not teach that. It teaches that we should be nice to these people. I am all for that. I don't mind being nice. Uh, there are some individuals who lose that respect and own dignity, horrific acts that they perform and that they do, and they're getting arrested. But again, passionary Utah, with all of the compassion that they try to have because they are trying to follow their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we have created a situation where we are trying to be nice to individuals. By doing this, we were able to be. This is what has happened last 4 years. Biden as president allowed millions of individuals, left the border open to come into our country. Many have come to you. And again, I'm not against immigration, but there also comes a point that when you're getting abused, you need quickly to deal with the situations that are on. Now, to be fair, Utah does have a bill, Bill 814. Okay, so okay, so we have this bill, employee verification amendments. They are thinking about back to 150. So that's good. If now, I want to say, I actually want to see this go further. I know there's already laws on the books that you're technically not supposed to knowingly hire someone who's here illegally, and you're also not. I would like to see those increased. If you are harboring an individual by renting to them, know that they are here illegally, I think your house is forfeit. You should lose that home. Federal government, they get to take your. Same thing with if legal immigrant is hired by you, properties, get a job done, the government gets to forfeit those properties and possibly even arrest you. You need to make it so untenable for people who want to be US illegally. Again, illegally, it is a privilege. There are too many videos, most of them outside of Utah, to be. There are too many videos of individuals who are here illegally who believe they are entitled to come here, take from us, press our wages, destroy our culture. Don't get to. Okay, if you were born here, that right, you get to be here. But what I have to say to everyone else, great, great individuals across the globe making their own countries great. So on that note, I'll change gears a little bit. I think because of what's going, that just around the world, we can see there is a tightening uh, against Christianity. Really, what is also say actual liberalism. I mean actual about being liberty minded, liberal, and freedom. Currently, the left likes to claim they're just not. Not anymore. They're the ones who generally are the ones pressing freedom of speech. For that very reason of freedom. What to do is talk. It baffles my mind. It blows my mind. Individuals feel that he was the worst of everyone. Right? He just wanted to talk. That's it. He wanted to talk to you and talk to you about your ability. And you guys who wanted him dead couldn't beat him at his own of words. Killed him. It just disgusts me. Or at the very least, the reason I say you killed him is because at the very least, I'm talking about the people X that are celebrating his death, that are saying others deserve the same thing. That is not the world I want to grow up in. It's not the world I would like children to grow up in. It's not the world that we especially have. And the more individuals that we invite in right now while we're going through the crisis is a problem. This is why I have such a legal or illegal is because we're losing Utah's culture, but also American culture. We having an left is right is the existential. I'm saying having an existential crisis because are not being able to talk through our ideas, debate them, We're not able to actually vote, and we have I think, especially on the federal government, majority of the people on the right, the majority on the left, both sides are just one big uniparty. Me, the right, quote, public in power to me feels more pressure release than anything, and that's what scares me. Is United States isn't so we're losing on that front. We immigrated a lot of individuals to the U. Millions of individuals. Like, it's great to hear that our country's so great that people want to come here for that, but you have to realize that it takes 3 to 4 generations for people to actually. If we invite too many people in too quickly, we're going to have to be the ones to. There are other states, other municipalities that are being governed by individuals who do not share the same culture and belief as America happening. There are cities that are getting overrun, different ideologies. Now, the cool thing is the Constitution is up for that. The bad thing is I think it is a planned, coordinated attack from our government to put individuals in areas that they control, and I don't want that to happen to Utah. Utah needs to stop bringing people in. Again, I don't want to lose the culture that we have created over years. Eroded and is far too quickly, and it's just kicking out those that were here this whole time, wanted to have. So I'm going to leave it there. If you disagree with anything I said, leave it in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe. You can find me on YouTube, Rumble at Reese Crockett. You can find me on X at Reese J Crockett, and hopefully someday I'll actually set other social media. If you happen to know anybody or if you talk to anybody today, go ahead and share this video. Disagree with me? This video, let everyone know how stupid I am, that I have bad opinions, so that they can rail. Leave it there. Till next time.